Okay, good morning. All right, we have special guests. We have a live student. You can't see her, but we have somebody from the neighborhood. The plan is working, and she's interested in medical qigong, and she found us. So how great is that? So, all right. So we're going to continue to work with the Daoyin 12 movements. We're going to focus on the first 6 still, because we want to get those right, and then we'll move forward. But we're going to do a little bit we're going to do some warm-ups. First, we're going to do the joint mobility. We're just open and close. So you just make a pretty tight fist and a wide open palm. So remember, just try to go for like 60-70% of range of motion. Just literally trying to warm stuff up. So now bring the palms together, and I call this churning the butter. I don't know why, just, it's a funny move. And then switch directions. If it is, really stiff, just move a little bit more slowly than I am. So, okay. And now, first we'll do big circles. Yep, big circles with our wrist, and then switch other way. Good. And now very small circles. Try to keep the top of your wrist flat, so it's a much smaller rotation. My left one is always like half speed. Switch direction. So I was talking a lot about how good, now shake them out. A lot of the very purposeful movements with our wrists. So this is an example of that. When we come up, we're doing neck of the crane, the top of the wrist lifts up, and then the palms reach out, and then the inside of our wrist, and then the outside. So you want to feel a very distinct stretch. I feel it on the top, I feel it on the underside, I feel it on the inside, I feel it on the outside. So one more time, top, in, out. Good. And shake it out. So we do the shoulders, just rolling shoulders. Good. And then switch directions. So there's a good chance, just to keep you all updated on my technological, I have 2 technological relationships, one with YouTube and one with Zoom. At this point in time, I'm breaking up with Zoom, and then relax, because I can't figure out how to make the sound better. The next investment is a much better microphone. I'm getting there, just pulling up and dropping down. But if Zoom continues to pick up a cricket 3 yards over first before my voice, I don't know how to fix that. But this new microphone, now you can just move your elbows. This new microphone it hooks onto me, and it goes directly into my phone. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully that will override the background noise. Good. And then switch directions. So again, if this were to hurt your shoulder, or just it doesn't loosen up after 2, just be down here. This is awesome to do first thing when you're really not awake and not warmed up, and shake out. Good. Okay, so now we're going to stretch from hips up. So go ahead and let your shoulders, let your sides of the neck get long. And now with your low back, try to kind of pull the tailbone down so your low back feels broad. If you need to bend the knees a little bit, that is fine. So we're going to stretch, and then you're going to just let yourself hang. Bend the knees so you do not pull on the low back. And now stand up pretty quickly. Stand up, same thing. Stretching up, and then hang. And up, and hang. And up. Good. Down. And up. Good. And more up. Good, and one more hang down. And go ahead and let your spine roll up. Tuck your chin and roll up. Okay, so stand in, I call this stand in, you're standing in a hula hoop, and you're just, so if your hips are real tight, feel free to just make it, you know, make it more of a spiral. You kind of get bigger and bigger each rotation. Good, and then switch directions. Good. So feet are wide, shoulder width even wider is fine. And we go into our rotation. So turning, yeah. So if you are really flexible, make it a little more contained. Kind of pull in and work on keeping the middle a little stronger. So this is to get the core muscles to warm up rather than just overstretch where you're already, you know, have the range of motion and stuff in the side. The hands are hitting the body, bouncing off the abdomen, bouncing off the low back. There we go. Good. And slow it down. All right, so for this next one, this is our knee rotation, bringing the knee up, back, and down. Yeah, up, back, and down. So if you need help getting that knee higher, go ahead and lift it with your hand. You'll find it goes back easier if you can get it higher up. Up and back. You can turn the body can go with it, so to speak. The body does not have to stay forward. Now same leg, now we go back to front. Yeah. You can use this as a balancing exercise. Try not to touch the foot down. If you need balance, of course, touch it down, and you can also hold on to something. 2 more, 1 and 2. Good. And this is always, I find that it feels so different, my legs, because I just did something with this one. So same exercise, other side. Again, lift. Go ahead and feel the difference if you lift that knee up. It's like it gets up and over the kind of resistance. Your leg doesn't really want to go back like that, but it'll go back if you get it up over that. All right, now we change back to front. Two more. Perfect. Good. You can shake the legs out. You can pat them down a little bit. Okay, so for this one, your legs will come together and you're going to push back. Push the knees back a little bit and then keep the knees together and bend down as low as you can. And then push back and bend down. Push back and down. Push back, down, push back. Now that we're starting to warm them up, I want you to speed up a little bit. So you can even do what I call singles. I am definitely pushing my legs back so you stretch back in here and then down. It's kind of more of a bounce. Ooh, yeah, popping. Keeping the knees, trying to pull them together helps tell your hips and legs that it's safe to go lower down. Even if you don't go as far down, it's better. All right, shake out. Now that we got the hips and the knees warmed up, we're going to take a wider stance and go into moving. like called running horse. We inhale, we come up, the feet are parallel to each other, and when you exhale, you just sit down like you're riding a horse. Inhale, good, and exhale. Good, so inhale. So we try to keep the chest and back straight up and down, right? So don't go lower down if you start falling forward. Okay, we want to keep the body up and down. 3 more, 1. Remember, just trying to warm stuff up. 2 and 3. Good. Last joint we'll do is our ankles. First, engage the Achilles. We're up onto the toes and lower down. You can drop down. It's good for bone health. Any kind of like low impact, letting the bones drop and shake, stimulates bone growth. So now we balance on one leg and you just roll an ankle. Switch directions. You can lift the knee and turn it into a strengthening pose too. Good, and switch legs. And then switch directions. So typically all of those are done in rounds of 9, like we did 9 one way, 9 the other way. You'll see like longer series where they're doing 18, 36. We're doing other warm-ups. I get a little bored with those. I just do. I think 9 is plenty. So we're gonna do some padding today, tapping or slapping. This is excellent to move chi, to help move the lymph fluid in a very passive way, because we're not activating our muscles. We're just moving and with compression, making the lymph fluid move. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down the yin channels and back up the yang channels. So we're going to start at the chest, doesn't matter what side, and we're going to come down this inside of our hand, and then you switch to the top of the hand. You can just do the whole arm. We've done the channels in particular, but we're just going to do this 3 times and cover all the yin channels, the lung, the pericardium, and the heart, and then all the yang channels on this arm, small intestine, large intestine, and the triple heater. Come on up. Good, and we'll do the other. We'll do our head too, so we're not going to miss out on the points on the face and the skull. And get back here to the shoulder blade. Good. So now we are going to come right around here, and you're just going to pat right around your eyes like a raccoon mask. Good. And now we're going to pat all over the head. I like to make my hand a tiger's claw and just pat around. Tap around. All the way down the neck. It can be random. Yang likes random. Yang can move anywhere. So we're going to come down now. This is the stomach channel. We're going to come down right alongside your throat, and then down the whole front panel of our body. Come down the front of our legs, down the front of the shins. Okay, first time we're going to come to the inside of the legs, inner knee. Good, and we'll do that whole thing again. Oh, sorry, start underneath the eyeball and down. Whole panel of the body, down the front of the legs. And now you're going to go to like where the inside and the back of your leg meet, this time up. Good. And now coming up, and we're going to come down the sides. Come down the sides. Come up the inside again. And now you're going to go down the back. This is where you make a V with your hand. And you come down both sides of your spine, down over the butt, hamstrings, back of the knees, and up the inside. Good. And I'm going to do that again, 3 times down, down, up the inside, come up again, down, and up the inside. Good. Excellent. Okay, now we get to move into Daoyin. I'm going to move this wheelbarrow out the way a little bit. So one thing I want to cover, what we're doing with our stances. When you go to step out to the side, it seems like such a simple thing, just step out to the side, step out to the side. But we want to utilize the opportunity to strengthen our legs in doing that. So we'll just practice this together. You're just going to sink into both the knees. Now shift your body weight all the way into your right leg. So your left leg is easy to pick up. It just lifted off the ground, so you're not supporting any weight with it. And then you just step out. It doesn't have any weight in it yet until we shift, and now we have weight in both of our legs. So to bring that leg back, then we just have to do the same thing in reverse. Shift weight, pick up the foot, and then stand. Seems like such a simple thing, but it is helping you gain strength and balance, because if one of your legs can do that at any minute, take all the weight, then your balance will be great. And it's great for ankle strengthening, knee strengthening, and spinal strengthening. So with that, a lot of the motions when we're doing this, we want to avoid what's called bobbing. We want to sink down, shift, and then we're over here, and I don't stand over here, usually don't. I stay, my head is not bobbing up and down. I shift and come back, and then I'm up. So that is engaging your legs, it's making your legs hold the weight if there's that little bend in them. So that's right away one thing we can always improve and work on this, okay? So the other part, I'll get more particular now with where our hands are pointing. Either the palms are going to be down, the outer wrist reach, there's when we turn to the side, the way we're opening. This all has to do with our wrist, but really ultimately it has to do with our neck. And this, you're going to have, doing this series consistently, you're going to have changes happen in your neck, okay? Hopefully some restricted motion will resolve, and like when your neck is stiff and you go to turn in the car and you're like, oh, and you got to turn your whole body. Hopefully you'll be able to just swivel your head after doing something like this. So I hope you notice improved range of motion. All right, so let's begin. So we are going to bring the right hand, bring your right hand at your chest, and then you lay your left hand on it, and we bow. And then our arms come down by our side. The very first one is called Beginning Heaven's Creation. So as we're going to step out with this left foot, what you're going to do is drop your head and look at your left hand. Find your left hand. Bend your knees, get your weight into your right leg. When you step out, both your arms are going to come out. I'm following the left hand. Follow it, turn your head to the left. Now turn it to the front. Arms down, the hands come down. Now we switch and look at our right hand. Coming around, and when the hands come back forward, we bring that left leg back. Good, and arms down. We do the same thing other side. We start with the right hand. Tip your chin down. As you step out with that right foot, there we shift into the left and step out. Yep. Shift weight, coming up, and follow your left hand. Arms come forward, shift weight to left foot. Good, and bring right leg back. Legs straighten, arms down. Very simple motion. Our head is doing this figure 8. So we're getting a very distinct neck stretch. Okay, that was number 1. Number 2 is double fish hung on the wall. The legs stay together, they start together. And okay, that's a Mississippi kite. Beautiful, beautiful bird. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna turn to your left. You're gonna open up to your left. So here's that, I know you can turn more. So you're gonna make everything stronger and limit, purposely limit. So if you have extra, if you know you're really flexible, work on the strength of it. Yeah. So this is what happens now. So we're going to shift the weight into your left leg because we're about to step out with our right foot. You're going to bring your left hand onto the top, or the underside rather, wrist of your right hand. And we're going to step out, yep, and shift weight into the right leg. Arms come out, and then the palms come back, palms towards one another. You're going to bring that right foot back, straighten the legs. Your left hand's going to go up, the one on the outside goes up, right hand goes down, and you're going to turn to your right. So you're stretching in opposite directions and turning. So don't forget about legs really strong and together, really strong and together. Now look up, find your left hand and follow it all the way down. So same sequence, other side. Turn to your right, open. Good. Now you're going to put the weight in your right leg, and your right hand is going to go to the underside of your left wrist. Now you're going to step, so it's not forward, it's a little out. Yeah, there we go. Out here. Palms together. Now bring foot back, and the top hand goes up, bottom hand goes down, and look to your left. Tilt the head, look up, find the right hand, and the hand comes down. Good. So now we're just going to work on the legs of that. Okay, don't forget about the arms. We are going to shift weight into your left foot, and you're going to step. It's a soft step like a cat, and shift. And I'm going to move back so y'all can see my feet. I'm in a front stance. Now to get this leg back, come in a back stance, get all the weight in this back leg, and then you pick the foot up. Yes, should feel like you're working that leg. Okay, and other side. Weight into your right leg, left foot steps out, shift weight, front stance, yep, shift weight back, lift those toes, heel the foot up, don't step on your flip-flop, and you're straight. Good, so that's all happening as the base, as our arms are doing this. That was number 2. Number 3, legs stay together, and the palms come up. Okay, so it's like you're lifting a heavy weight. Make it strong, and now the outer forearms come towards one another. So what's going to happen now is you're going to straighten and the arms come up. So it's not straight up by, or is this like a big V? So as you shift, as you start to bend the arms, I want you to get that weight into the right leg, and you're going to bring the arms back as you step out with the left foot, and you're going to look to your right. So turn the head. So we're sinking down into a horse stance. We're turning the head. Now bring your head back to center, bring the arms around, backs of the hands towards one another. As your arms straighten, your legs straighten, we open the hands and we stretch out, palms out. Perfect. Now get the weight back into your right leg, and you're going to bring the arms down. So same sequence, other side. So we lift up, And now shift weight into your left leg, and you're going to step out with the right leg as you stand up. Yeah. So upper back muscle is really strong. It's not just lifting the shoulders, it's a broad upper back. So as the hands come back, you're going to turn and look to your left. Yes, and the hands are making this hook, or I call it the beak, a beak. Turn and look to your left. Head back to center, hands come around, backs of the hands towards one another. As the arms lift up, the legs straighten, and we stretch out. Good, and arms forward and down. This pose is getting all four sides of our shoulder. So if you have a rotator cuff that's a little weak or has, some history, be mindful of this. You're doing up, you're bringing the arms here. This is very revealing for some shoulder stuff, and you're doing this. So all that is very comprehensive for all four of the rotator cuff is like, shoulder's not normal joint. It is more like curtains, if you will, like all hanging down, and they can get twisted, and you can get places that are just, you lose a range of motion because you don't do it, or you had some tear and parts of you start to stick together. So be careful with that. If you need to bend the arms doing things because it hurts and it's twisting, do that. So that was number 3. Number 4, where for the next 3 of them, 4, 5, and 6, the hands start here. Okay, so this is called Jin Chang shoots a louse. Okay, so when we are here, we're going to reach forward, just similar to the tendon changing exercise. We reach forward with this side of our wrist. Now you're going to roll the wrist and then grab like you're grabbing a steering wheel. Perfect. Get that weight into your right leg because you're about to step out with the left leg. Good. Now you're going to turn to the left. So you're going to turn so much that you want to lift that back heel. Yes. And now pull back on your right arm like you pull in a bow. Perfect. Turn and look past your left hand. Now release the fist, palms to the ground, and you spin everything back to center. Get the weight in the right leg and bring your left leg back, and then hands come back. So it is very distinct, stepping out, and twisting. Reach, fists. Okay, weight in your left leg, and you're gonna step out. Yep. Shift the weight, and then you turn. Yes, look over your right shoulder, and then pull back on the bow. Yes. Palms down. Hands come around. Weight into your left leg. Bring the leg back, and hands here. So we do this again. 4, 5, and 6 you do twice. Stretch, grab, get the weight in your right leg, start to bend the knee, step out with the left, turn, get up onto those right toes, yep. Pull back with the right hand, palms down, shift weight so the arms come back over something, get the foot back, and hands come back. Again, other side. Stretch, fists, shift weight into the left, step out with the right, start turning to the left. Good, and then pull back on your left hand. It's turning to the right, sorry, I screwed you up. Palms down and coming back, get weight back, and then bring the foot back and hands here. So it is very, like that one gets your heart rate. My heart rate is up definitely from the others. And it is because this low sinking in you have a lot of strength in your lower body. So that was number 4, called Jin Chan shoots a louse. Now we go into what's called brush the shoes. So what you're going to do with your left hand, and here is, now we're getting a big shoulder rotation because I want you to reach as far back as you can with the left hand. First, the left palm is up to the sky. You follow it with your eyes. Now check in what your body doing. Squeeze your legs, A little bend in the knees if you feel any strain in your low back. Look up, follow it in front of you, and then this left hand is going to end up to the outside of our right chest. Yes. Now the palm flattens out, and we brush these outer lateral channels of the leg all the way down. Come across your toes, brush the shoes. Now first your palm is facing back. Now gather, roll the wrist, palm faces forward, make a fist, and very slowly with leg strength, not back strength, come up. Squeeze your legs together. Pull your belly in. Coming all the way up. Good. Other side. Right palm, follow it, up, over to the outside of our chest. Yep. And then brush down. All the way down the outside of that leg, across, brush the shoes, roll, make a fist, and come up the outside of our leg. Strong legs. If you need to bend your knees a little bit to make your legs do more, do that. Okay, we do this one again. Left. Down the outside of the leg. Brush the shoes. Grab, make a fist, come up. Strong. Good. Other side. Up and over. Outside of the chest. Palm flattens out and we go down. Cross the toes. Brush the shoes. Roll the wrist. Make a fist. And we come up. And we end up fists at our waist. Good. So now into number 6. Rhinoceros gazes at the moon. So with the arms, 2 things happen at the same time. So what you're going to do is you're going to let yourself open to your left. So you're getting ready to step out to your left. So get that weight in your right leg. And this is a very, very big motion for your arms. So I like to start my palms back and then really squeeze the shoulder blades and then reach out with the heels of the hand and look up. I'm onto those back toes. Good, so it's more of a twist. It's more of a twist than a warrior, right? So I see how now your body goes, there you go. Good, up. Palms up, come back forward, get that leg back, and fist to the waist. Other side. So we start turning to the right, and you're reaching out, step out, and turn. And looking over that shoulder, yes. Palms up, and turn, back to, get your weight in your left leg to bring your right foot back, and we do this again. So down, step out, reach out, look up. So the palms are up to the sky, the elbows are a little bent. And then open, turn back, step back, elbows in. Other side. The arms reach out as you step out and turn. Look up. Turn palms up, turn to the front, and step back. Good. And arms down. So very good. Those are the first 6. This is the goal for the first 3 weeks, to cover the first 6, and then we'll start on the next 6 next week. Yeah, so we'll do these again on Thursday. Okay, thank you.